Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Louis Lecca here. It's the morning. It's the Nerd Report. I want to see what would happen if I go on at 9 a.m. because people seem to think that this slot is taken after, YouTube has like billions and trillions and gazillions of people. You briefly saw how I look. I just crawled out of bed and decided to go to the studio and do it. But I'll look for topics, see if you guys want to talk about anything right now after this. Well, we know the Star Wars Rogue podcast is in the house. What's up, homie? What do you want to talk about? Let me know. Liking the morning stream. Well, man, we just started, but thanks for the encouraging words, man. Much more convenient in Europe. Oh, you're in Europe. See, that's a thing. We have European followers here that are in our community, and I want to talk to you guys too, man. It's a different point of view and stuff. And, I know there's a lot of people that are driving to work. And one thing I do love to do is listen to YouTubers as I drive, right? Because, it helps forget about traffic and stuff like that. A little bit of an escapism. But we'll see what happens. I sent the link out to invite a few people, but I'm sure everyone's asleep. Everyone's asleep, right? And probably going to wake up because we do the 9 o'clock afternoon streams here on Nerd Report. If you guys haven't checked that out, it's doing pretty good. Drinking a little bit of coffee. I had no coffee this morning. I just, because I was a little late. I want to start at 9, but I had leftover Taco Bell coffee. I know. Don't judge me. So if I get sick, it'll be worth it. For whoever's here. That one person that's here, We'll probably get more people in. Should I tweet this out? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it right now. But again, Star Wars Rogue podcast. If you have any topics you want me to bring up or anything you want to talk about, let me know. Getting a few people going. Are you live now? Yeah, I'm live now. So I sent a few invites to people. Are like, are you live now? Because they have to wake up, and waking up early is not in people's vocabulary. But it's kind of my fault because I always go on late. I know. So to get an email or an invite to join the stream is weird. Let me I'm gonna pimp this stream, see what happens. People show up. So if you guys are not following me, I'm at Nerd Lecca on Twitter, and you could know when we go live, in case you don't get the notifications here on YouTube, because sometimes they are just not sending out notifications. They pretend like they don't have any partnership with us here. Sometimes they make the rules weird. I think this is my opinion. Some people think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. But YouTube is like an uphill battle. It's like pushing a truck uphill up a mountain. That's how I describe it before I share this. So this is gonna get good. I have a feeling this is gonna be good. This stream, if we get people in here, I think morning stream would be the way to go. If we get some of the news out, a lot of the news is out East Coast first, and then it gets over here, or as it breaks, as they say. So again, if you guys are watching in the comments, let me know what you guys want to talk about. There, I tweeted it out. So zillions of people are going to come in. I know. They're probably wondering, what the hell? Is this real? Is this from yesterday? Oh, we have some people in here. But okay, I'm going to give everyone a shout out, but I need your help because I did not prep much for this. Okay? I did not prep much for this because I, unlike others, do not have a staff that will someone that will get me all set up and everything, with all the topics. We have to look for everything. So I want your help. I need your help for topics. So if you guys want to discuss anything, please send it right there in the comments so we could talk about it. I don't know what's going on in the world. All I hear is Tiger King, Tiger King, Tiger King. That's all I hear, which is fun. But is there anything else? I heard now they're trying to say the president's going to pardon him, which I don't think they just asked him about it during a press conference, which, get to the important things like, and it's not him, it's the reporters asked him. Okay. So, and he said he'd look into it, which everyone's assuming he's going to pardon him. I don't believe that, but we're getting some people in once again. If you just got here, what topics, man? What topics? All right. Darth Prime. Good morning, man. Good morning. Starting to wake up right now. I'm drinking that recycled coffee. All right. Who do we got next? Christopher Larson. Sorry. Also, I got to say one of my contacts fell off. So I'm kind of a little blind here. What's up, homie? Oh, we got somebody came in.
And you can get what are they called?
Rob, how you
doing? Good, man. How are you doing?
Very good. Decided to go out in the morning. Go live in the morning.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, man. I want to thank you for coming in and giving me actually, I'm going to put the link inside the comments here. So what's up in your neck of the woods?
Not much, man. Just woke up and I was going to go stream some Minecraft Dungeons because Microsoft sent me the beta key.
Oh, lucky. I got to get more into that. I put the link in the comments so we could get so we could go ahead and maybe if someone else wants to join. But I'm going right now through the comments, say hi to everyone because I just went live, dude. Just go live, right?
Yo, J-Pod, he comes to my stream like every time I stream.
Yeah, cool guy, right? Good supporter.
Yeah, man, great supporter.
Okay, who's this? We got to give them money these days. Unfortunately, if they get a Star Wars topic going at all, share on my Facebook. Okay, well, if you have a Star Wars topic, we could talk about it. I don't care. The discussion always goes to Star Wars, right, man? Rob?
True.
So what's up with Popcorn Planet, man? I've taken a couple days break.
And we've been going hard. We've been doing live streams every day. Andy's been getting subs, so it's been good. We did it. He did a live issue thing yesterday, talking about Dan Murrell leaving Screen Junkies. So that should be up later today.
Hey, my mom's bringing me some breakfast, so man, I'm lucky. Yeah. Hey, so everyone in the comments, I'll get to your questions. Just chill out for a little bit, as we talk, just getting the questions in there. But I appreciate Rob right here. He's chill. I'm gonna tweet out the link. Should I do it, Rob, or is it dangerous?
I mean,
let's do it.
Do it.
Yeah. Go to Nerdlecca right now. If you guys, I already did it in the comments, but if you're on I sent out as a StreamYard. If you guys want to come in and talk for a little bit, everyone's welcome. It's a party. We got 10 people, man. Rob, we have 10 people, bro. Pinch me, bro. We have 13 people, dude. That's like a lucky number. Fudge.
Man, I have a bunch of 13 tattoos because of Friday the 13th.
Is that your favorite?
So have you ever seen that show, Ink Masters?
Yeah.
So Oliver Peck, I used to live in the Dallas area, and every Friday the 13th, he'll have a 24-hour Friday the 13th marathon where you get a different 13 tattoo for $20.
Right.
So it's kind of like a tradition for like the tattoo community to do Friday the 13th.
Ah. Hey, you know what I forgot? I forgot to say J-Pod's over there on Twitch. That's awesome. See people starting finally to go on Twitch right here. Because excuse me. Oh, I'm dying. The bagel went in through the wrong pipe, as they say. Twitch for me, man, I've been on Twitch for years and I barely get any play there. SF Genosis? How do you say that? Rob? I need help. Oh, you cut off. Rob, you cut off. Oh, hopefully he comes back. There you go. How do you pronounce that, brother?
Genius.
Good morning. Good morning, Los Angeles. Okay, all right. It's evening over here in Sweden. We have people in Sweden, bro.
Sweden.
We have people in Sweden. What's up, Christopher? Thank you, man. That's awesome. I can barely even
they make really good knives in Sweden and watches.
Dude, I could barely pronounce Sweden, and had to have a listener from there. Man, that's an honor. That's awesome. Thanks for the support. Hopefully we get some more. If you guys could if you share it, man, to your peers, be awesome. Put it on Discord. I don't know how. Darth Prime. I don't know how. Could you do it for me? What was the joke? What was the joke, Prime? Rob, you still there?
Still here, my man.
All right, all right.
I'm just tweeting out that I'm on your show.
Yeah, I have a mouthful right now. I'm like fudge.
It
sounded really unprofessional.
I just got done eating some Pop-Tarts.
Yeah. Man, I saw over there at Popcorn Planet. You guys were singing. I'm like, man, I don't know how to sing.
Dude,
you know?
Yeah, there's this app for Twitch called Twitch Sings.
Yeah.
And then I'll send you a link to. Let me see if I can find it real quick before I make this tweet out. I sent it to Andy a while back.
Right.
But you can watch movies with whatchamacallit, with your fans. Twitch.
I downloaded it. I downloaded the app. So that's gonna be something I'm gonna look into, man. We'll have karaoke. At the very least, we'll hook it up with Andy.
So you just put it like a portable TV.
All right. So Christopher here, Larson is it's pretty old news, but I'd like to talk about the JSA. Oh, okay. JSA being in Black Adam. Dude, I love the JSA. Why? Because they look awesome. And two, they have that's one. And two, they freaking have awesome powers. And three, I don't know much about them. So I mean, I know that what some of their powers are and stuff. I don't know much of their origins and their characters, how they act that much. And I love, going into a side of DC that I'm new to. So I think that's going to be awesome. But from what I understand from the news, Andy Signor broke. The movie's not about them, but at least we get an introduction. But I'm down with Black Adam. What do you think, Rob?
Oh, I'm totally down with Black Adam. I'm always about having somebody, that's not a white superhero. I mean, we got Black Panther. DC had Black Lightning. We have Cisco on the Flash. Being half Hispanic myself, I always like having more diversity in anything. So, I mean, I think that here's the thing that sucks is that Marvel, there should have already been a Black Panther 2. Like, Black Panther did so well, but they're like, oh, we're not going to do a Black Panther 2. We're going to do a Scarlet movie. Like, there's no need for a Scarlet. There's no need for a Black Widow movie. Like, why do we need a Black Widow origin movie? We should have Black Widow origin, phase 2.
I want to give a shout out to the CW because everyone always tries to, get every time you hear. Well, not all the time, but a lot of times you hear about the CW, it's always in the negative. And Cisco Ramon is a Latin actor. I've had a chance to meet what's it? His last name is Valdez. I forget his first name, Carlos, right? And he plays. Check this out. He plays a scientist that's pretty much like Doc Brown from Back to the Future, right? No one questions it because it's done so well, right? No, and it's just no one. They never point at the fact that he's Latin. And I love that, man. He just is. You visit his family, and he Latin family, and he's a hero, and he's lovable. But you don't have to stop the fucking show and say, "Hey, look, he's from Mexico or he's from Cuba or whatever," And that's awesome.
And the thing is, though, is that that character is an old DC character. So it's cool that they brought him out of anybody to be working with the Flash. And as much as like I have like a love-hate relationship with the Flash, there's like I stopped watching after season 3 because once I watched the first episode, I mean I was hooked season 1 and 2, but then when season 3 came out and the end was like the new villain is gonna be another speedster. I was like, we just had two seasons of main villains of speedsters. Like, can we get a different main? But then after what's in season 4, they had the mine guy.
Right.
And that season was amazing. That season was great. The season and then season after that, with what was the bad guy's name?
Avatar?
No. He was like a bug, and because of his breathing, and he had when the first season with Barry Gordon's daughter.
Right.
That season was really good.
Hey, real quick, I want to remind everyone in the comments. I will get to your questions or whatever you want to talk about in a bit. I just like trying to get more people in there, so don't think I'm ignoring you. I just want to like I said, I just crawled out of bed. I'm like, dude, I've always wanted to go live in the morning, just to see what's up. And but
you're just living that West LA life. It's okay.
Ha. Well, we go live at night at 9. So maybe we should go 9 a.m., 9 p.m. That should be the 9.
I know that Andy's been getting a lot of good views when he goes at night. Like we hit like 118 people last night.
Nice. You guys should be at you guys should be at 5,000 minimum.
Right.
Because the stuff over there, Popcorn Planet, check them out. Is fucking fun.
It is fun, man. And
it is fun.
Like I miss those day shows with you and Andy. I know he's been doing like just trying to get things organized, better organized over there.
We're gonna
restructured.
I haven't bothered him about it. I don't know. I know he's look. It's difficult to do this. You only most people only see the good side, right? Because that's what we post. We're not gonna post having a miserable day. We're trying to entertain. We're trying to provide escapism. But damn, we have miserable days. We have hard days at work, just like anyone else, type of thing. And I think the biggest struggle is, could we fund our love for these channels continue to go especially in a time right now where there's like everyone is really just like hurting, man. Like, and the future is uncertain. I mean, I'm blessed. I'm okay for a couple more weeks. But I'm starting to get a little anxious here because I'm not seeing the end of the rainbow. I know that I'm supposed to be getting that stipend hopefully by next week. What is it?
That $1,200. I should be seeing that because I'm on disability. So
everyone is.
So yeah, but yeah.
It's a Band-Aid, brother. We need to be active as human beings. Right. I feel.
And it's great that people like you and Andy have fans that will drop, and Jody will just like have disposable income to be like, oh yeah, I'll support those guys.
Well, the thing is, look, here's the deal, and you too, man, because look, I think this episode right here. Going live, is it Friday? Yeah,
it's Friday, bro. It's Friday.
If you didn't drop in, man, I'd be like, okay, bye, because it's like I haven't, you're helping too, man. You're really helping.
Dude, I am so honored to finally be on the show. Like I've been wanting.
Oh, come on, dude.
No, seriously. Like every day, I'm just like, man, why can't I join this conversation? Like I can, like some of the guys you have on, I'm just like say the most ridiculous stuff, and I just want to battle them. I just want to go at them. I'm just like, no.
That's why we have the $5. You could kick them out if you guys super chat $5. Not right now because I'm buying myself, but when we have 6 people on, right? You super chat $5, and we could 86 anyone you want. That's why we fund it. Yeah.
Okay. Dude, that's smart though. That's smart,
dude. Anytime you want to go in, we're on at 9 and 9, right? Hopefully we start this again.
Yeah.
On Monday.
Yeah. It's 11 my time, so it's perfect because I'm up at 10. I watch my YouTube videos that that I watch in the morning. I usually watch a guy named his name's John. He goes by Spawnwave, and he just does a bunch of like video game news. He'll just break down yesterday's video game news. Then I've been watching an old Smash Brothers competitive player named Zero. Today's video, he did he showed off Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I am so jealous of anybody who has a PlayStation 4 right now because that game looks amazing.
And once again, we're going to get to everyone's stuff. We have somebody waiting to join us, which is awesome.
Let's do it.
And I'm going to ask you, Rob, why don't we become Facebook friends? Are we Facebook friends?
Actually, I'm not on Facebook.
Good man.
I think we're Twitter friends. So I'm on the Twitter.
Send me the link. Send me a request every time you can. I'm going to add someone right now. So stay put, Rob. Here we go. Let me see the name right here. And welcome, Roguecast. What's up, homie?
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. How's your what time is it, first of all, where you're at?
It's nearly 5:30. It's been
nearly
day.
5:30. Okay, so 5:30. Okay, are you in let me guess, England?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Holy cow, dude.
Okay, by the way.
yeah, man. Well, Rob and I would like to welcome you here to the Nerd Report. And I want to ask, have you been on the show before? Have you visited?
No, well, I'm always in the chat. Star Wars Rogue podcast, so I always try and catch. But you're usually on at like 5 a.m. and since the clocks went forward, it's now around 6 a.m. So I usually can't catch them. I did stay up and watch like one of your 6 a.m. streams a while ago, man. And then I had to get up at 7:30. Maybe wake up early. So I was like, never again.
So let me ask you a question. What time do you like better?
I like this time, but it's what works best for you with getting an audience. It's better for you in Europe. If you want an audience in Europe too, this is best for you.
Well, why don't you do this? Is there any way you could share this on your social media?
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm sharing it on my page. International Star Wars fans on Facebook. If anyone wants to go over to it, give the post a like because then more people will see it.
Is there a certain topic you want to talk about? Do you have a question?
Not really. I haven't looked at any of the movie news today. I was going to ask you a while ago if I could come on, but I feel like I'm out of my depth on a lot of movie stuff.
That's all right, man. You and Rob are freaking like awesome. We got another guest right here. You ready? Give me the signs up with the hand, brother. I see you in backstage. We got another guest. He's giving me the peace sign. And we got Chris Darth Prine Walker. What's up, homie?
Can't hear you, Chris. Your mic is off.
Dude, I didn't recognize you with the mask. Okay, we're gonna have to. I didn't know who you were. I was like, "Who is this guy?" He's got mic issues. That's all good, man. That's all good. We got
there we go. I'm good now.
Oh, we got Morgan. Maggie. What the hell? I can't see, man.
Yeah,
I can't see this.
Put your contact in.
You're good, bro.
So in case you're just following us, one of my contacts fell off and I wanted to get started at 9. So it actually cracked. So I had to replace it.
Oh, damn. You have hard contacts?
No, they're replaceable. But I'm trying to use them to the end because I don't know how long it's going to take to ship these things now. So that's why I'm reading everything's off. So I was like,
Morgan. No, honestly, hey, I'm a Catholic girl. As long as you say a female name that begins with the letter M, I'm gonna answer. Morgan, Megan, Maggie, Maureen, whoever. I'm like, all right.
No, I gotta get it accurate. We're friends, man. We know each other. Yeah. You and I, we go back a long time. We go back. Hey, look, it's Ask Me Anything. I feel honored that there's actually people here joining. Because sometimes they're like, I want to go live all the time, but sometimes there's a question: is anybody going to give a F? And then you feel embarrassed, man. You feel embarrassed, but I'm honored that there's people here.
We're here for you, man. We Chris dropped it in the Discord earlier, and we're all here to support. Honestly, if you haven't joined the Popcorn Planet Discord server yet, dude, get in on it. Everybody's supporting everybody there. It's not just being fans of one creator. It's everybody coming together and supporting each other's shit. It's really awesome. I'm hosting. grown up circle time, so I figured I could just have grown up circle time with you guys today.
Yeah.
Do you have a channel set up and stuff? I want to say.
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel and I have a Twitch channel. YouTube is a name. I just woke up too, man. I need fucking more coffee.
We want to welcome Stories by the Irish.
Stories by the Irish. Good name.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Are they there?
Oh my.
Hello, Stories by. Oh, hello.
Hello there. How you doing?
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, so I've seen comments as well. Thanks for joining.
Why is this thing acting up?
Turn off the sound you're listening to.
Don't worry about it, man. People have always discriminated against the Irish. They're just being.
What are you?
Hey, Steph.
Hey, Steph.
Stefania.
Steph's about to go do some trivia with her workmates.
Sorry, my headset's acting up.
All right, you sound great. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
She's on the delay. She doesn't. She doesn't understand.
we'll
turn off the
see.
sound on either YouTube or Twitch that you're listening to.
Yeah.
And turn it on in StreamYard.
I can hear you guys just fine.
Yeah, we can hear.
Oh, okay. We thought you had a delay.
So does anyone have a hot topic, a hot take this morning?
I'm right in front of my epic
Final
movie
Fantasy
show.
VII's out today.
Final Fantasy VII Remake, yeah. No, I think for what you talk about, Lewis, I think the biggest thing that I've been seeing all over the place is AMC
Going out of business?
going out of business. Yeah, that's the biggest thing I've seen in movie news besides Ezra Miller. But I mean,
because of Corona and movie theaters being able.
Isn't there like some sort of insurance plan these big companies are?
Movies.
Do any of you find it weird that a company like AMC that's been around since I don't know, that after a month they wobble that hard? Is that kind of weird?
There's a great YouTube channel if you haven't checked it out. It's called Company Man, and he goes through different familiar brands and like their rise and fall. Sometimes their rise and fall and rise again. And it's different things that you recognize. He's like, hey, remember when Quiznos was everywhere? Like, and it goes it goes into the company aspects. Remember when Gap was everywhere? It goes into the company. Yeah, it goes into here's how the step-by-step things, like here's how they became so popular, here's how they fell. And it's really fascinating. I realize I'm making it sound kind of boring, but
no, I don't think it's boring at all.
No, it does get into like stocks and the economy and good and bad business practices and things like that, things you can control and things you can't. So I'm sure that if AMC really does fold, that he'll do a good video breakdown of it. Check him out, Company Man. Mm-hmm. But once you watch a lot of those videos, you realize none of these brands are untouchable. A lot of the times we see these names and we think like, oh, these are larger than life. These are something that will always be around. And we don't really, we have that brand recognition, but we don't see what's going on behind the scenes. And a lot of the time it's how we're appealing to investors. A lot of times, how can you get people to continuously invest? And with the rise and respectability of streaming services and internet content in general, it's become and even with the sex scandals that have come out of Hollywood, it's become harder and harder for mainstream blockbuster Hollywood films. Things that a couple of years ago would have been major hits are now something like Disney making A Wrinkle in Time a couple of years ago would have been a really big deal. Like, oh, here's Oprah and we're going to make this science fiction adventure, and people don't care. Because
super chat by Story by Irish. When Max and Lunga are on, tell them you ship manga. All right, you got it. You're on actually. Can you hear us? I like that laugh. I'm liking the laugh.
Yes, I am.
And I just looked at AMC's Wikipedia.
That's just so funny to see my stats showing up as I'm already on.
So AMC just turned 100 years old. This
yeah, 1920. Look at that.
But with I know you guys are mentioning blockbusters.
On my end.
You guys are mentioning blockbusters. Blockbusters, it was an evolution of things with streaming services like like Maggie said. So, but with the AMC, it's kind of like an artificial, deterioration with the virus. It's much different.
Right. That's true. But I think it's a multitude of factors. It's not just the virus. The virus is like an act of God. There's nothing we can do to prevent that. But like, there's also the factors of, people just going to the theaters less and people not wanting. I think in our Discord, I was talking about, you're forgetting the biggest factor, other people.
We were heading for infection anyway, so all the coronavirus has done is sped it up.
Yeah. Like 9 times out of 10, the experience that ruins a movie isn't like the seats aren't fancy enough or the popcorn's too expensive. It's someone was being a dick in the theater.
Wait, let's talk about that. You brought up a great issue. Every time I go to the movies, there's someone like, the theater could be empty and someone will come in late and sit right behind me to freaking kick all through the 2 hours, right? Yeah. I don't know. I'm like a magnet for these effers, right?
You play on their phone.
Talk during the movie. There's not, and it's like, oh, just go outside and complain. It's like, no, dude, I don't want to miss one. I'm watching the movie. I don't want to. Yeah, exactly. And listen, assigned seatings isn't the greatest thing ever because people now think they can show up 45 minutes after the movie's scheduled to come in. And I don't, 99% of the time, I don't want to see people's ass in front of me as I watch. Sometimes that 1%, the butts are okay. But, when the movie starts and you see the people walk in front of you, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a setup for the entire film. I hate that.
That's true.
I know that with movies, me and my friends, we'd be like, okay, the movie starts at this time, but we really don't need to get there until 15 minutes after.
You're part of the problem, man. People don't want to see your ass in the beginning.
No, but hold on. But those are the trailers. You're saying you don't. I love seeing the trailers.
But YouTube has changed that.
Yeah, here's the thing. Well, not even that. It's just like if I go to a movie every week, I'm seeing the same exact trailer.
That is true
every movie. So if I went to go see, say I went to go see Sonic or not Sonic, or like Birds of Prey, right? And then I go see another, superhero movie or some more of adult movie, I'm going to see the same exact trailers in that thing. Like even with kids movies, like Sonic came out, they showed a bunch of kid family movies. And if you go to another kid family movie, you're going to see the exact same trailers you just saw. And so you can save yourself, 20 minutes of getting of like doing something else and not having to rush into traffic or whatever. And here's another thing. I actually worked at AMC for like 2 or 3 years. And it was a pretty good experience. They had a thing every Tuesday. A lot of movie theaters did this, but every Tuesday, AMC would have a $5 day all day.
That's right. Yeah.
You paid the morning, because here's how the AMC worked is that at my location, sometimes we would do it depending on the season, but depending on the season, we would have, I want to say maybe like the summer, and when kids were out, we would open up early around 10 o'clock, and the 10 o'clock movie would be $5. But then after that, 11, it would move up in price. And then from like 11 to 4, we would be in one price. And then from 4 to the evening would be the evening price. And with a lot of with my movie theater that I worked at, it was like a $12, $13 ticket. But my movie theater was in downtown. So, I mean, that's kind of expected.
Real quick, I'm curious. Why? Because that's a great point about why people don't like. It's funny you went to like other people being a-holes in theaters, because that is a number one reason why I don't like going to the movies.
Yeah.
And it's funny because people even go, the price is ridiculous, right? The concession is ridiculous.
Yep.
Well, here's the thing, that Lewis, that I don't know if a lot of people know, is that the reason why the prices for concessions are so high is because that's how the employees get paid.
No, I
that's
understand
fine. But then when AMC tries to I understand why they change their locations to try and be more luxurious, to try and feel more like a night out. But when you have these the AMC dine-in theaters and these menus and stuff, and you have like the bars, the MacGuffins, if you guys have ever, but like it was never really high quality. Like you could see they were trying to update things, but the quality wasn't really there. So
and that to me takes it away from like a family atmosphere, you know.
Yeah,
and that's what movies are supposed to be.
With places like Alamo Draft House, what else? There, like all these.
By the way,
there's a lot of Cobb theaters and stuff like that.
Roadcast and Story by Irish. Feel free to come on in the join in the conversation. You guys are a little quiet there, but
sorry.
You have,
okay.
You have these.
Okay, no, you don't need. I'm not saying force yourself to talk, but don't feel like you're not part
over
of this.
us. We're just
don't feel like you're not part of this community or conversation. You guys are welcome here. Thank you.
The thing is, AMC. I don't think we have AMC in the UK.
Everybody talking about ticket prices and.
The ticket prices.
See, I'm hearing people talk about ticket prices and the concession stands and. Yeah, like how much it costs to go to a movie. It's expensive, and then the trailers, and then the concession stands being expensive with popcorn and drinks. My complaint is any of those so much as it is what kind of ruins movies for me anymore are some of the reviews that come out
for the films.
All the negativity that a lot of movies get before they even are driving away from even bothering to go see some of them half the time. Right. It's like I feel like they get ruined. Because
this is why
for me, it's not so much the reviews;
for
it's
some
the
people,
trailer analysis.
For some people, it is easy. There are people
that get
probably, like I was saying, for
caught
some
up
people,
in it.
It is easy to ignore. I'm at a spot where I can kind of ignore it, but yeah, you have people that get caught up in it, and you have these people that are constant negative. And then you go on YouTube.
They're called Rotten Tomatoes movie critics.
And they're called drama queens too. People who like drama.
Yeah, and I love movie reviewers. Though I love movie reviewers. My problem is the people who do the trailer analysis. Now instead of just a trailer, you have the teaser trailer, trailer 1, trailer 2, and every time they come out, people are analyzing every frame of trailer 1, trailer 2, and as we know, because of a lot of recent movies, there's been shit in the trailer that was nowhere in the movie, or it was edited to be extremely misleading.
Right.
Like what and
like that Sonic movie is like gotta go fast. Where was that line in the movie? It wasn't in there.
For me as well, these days trailers are too long. They give away too much.
Perfect. Look at the movie. Look at Disney Pixar's newest movie that came out, Onward. How many people freaked out because no, hang on. How many people freaked out because of a female officer in the movie being a lesbian?
that wasn't in the trailer. And that wasn't a part of the trailer. That was a part of the news articles.
It was in the movie though.
Yeah.
But we're talking about trailers and how trailers are misleading.
When you watch the videos about, you are thinking, oh, good Lord, it's agenda pushing. They're carrying it way too far. But when you actually go and see them, it's less than 5 seconds. And it's
that's
a
what I
natural
noticed about a lot of things.
Between one person being a step parent, between one person being a step parent and another, trying to help each other out. So it's like a normal interaction thing. And I'm there.
And the thing,
I'm blown away.
I think the reason why they put that in there is because they took it out.
They're losing their crap over a
they took it out of Dory and they took it out. They played it up in Beauty and the Beast, even though it didn't have any fucking thing to do with Beauty and the Beast. So
she hit something on the head there. She's onto something because look,
Beauty and the Beast. The whole thing of you know what's funny about that is that I heard people talking about how there's a gay moment in Beauty and the Beast. There's a gay moment in Beauty and the Beast, and I'm like, where is it? And I had to watch it 3 times before I finally found it. And I'm like,
it's Josh Gad pining over.
But they market it that way because
they marketed it on purpose.
Okay, that was not the part that hit me. That's not the part.
Irish, hold on, give me a second.
The part that I saw was at the end.
Irish,
hold on.
Let loose.
Irish, real quick. Okay. You're right. I'm gonna agree with you. Because look,
okay, I'm sorry, my phone is like acting up. I'm on my phone. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You're kicking ass today. Listen, you're passionate about it. That's why this is a nerd. Nerds are passionate, and we keep going with stuff that's at the end other people think is nonsense, but we know it's not, right? That's what nerds are obsessed people. So you're great, a great addition. So Batwoman, the commercials for it were like almost people felt they were anti-men, and you watch the show and it's not. It's weird.
And it gets
Captain Marvel did not have any. It was not very like in your face feminist
at all.
Not at all.
But this is my problem. It's not that. But that's not people overanalyzing. That's the movie and the studio marketing it that way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's them marketing. Captain Marvel is gonna solve all the world's problems, you guys.
It's something that actually I was talking about in the Discord chat last night. Guerrilla marketing. It's marketing one thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's marketing one, using the marketing of one thing to underlying usurp more marketing into it of something completely different.
It's also a way of monetizing people who
who
go against it. Like, remember that Gillette ad that people were outraged about? How much was Gillette trending?
Oh yeah,
lots of free advertisement from.
Yeah, so they don't care if you're mad as long as it's in your.
So that kind of triggered me because they didn't have my grandfather represented, and my grandfather who was living with a pacemaker for like 45 years of his life. Wow. Still found the strength to take me to school, to be a good husband, and to take care of business, man. And I want to see that represented in a Gillette commercial.
Yeah, see, now
there is bad, but we want to see the good too.
Now we're getting into the grown-up circle time that I was talking about. Like you guys as men who are online and in a lot of ways public figures.
Give me a second, guys. I've got to go help my son with something.
Like you are subject to a lot of things in media nowadays that, let's be honest, are overtly anti-men, anti-father, like just a strong male figure. And it's becoming less about inclusivity, and it's becoming more of sit down and shut up. There are like especially Brie Larson in all of the press junkets for Captain Marvel, where she was just talking about white dudes and you white dudes and da-da-da.
And that's the reason why I didn't go see it, because I was like, okay, fine.
I covered the junket, and I gotta say, my only beef, she was onto something as far as saying she's always getting interviewed by the same type of person, and I feel like in this business, journalism, reporting, and geekdom, it is going to be mostly white dudes, and I feel, I'm going to say right now, they deserve to be there because it's merit, right? But I think we deserve to be there as well as a brown Latino, right? For sure. But I'm going to say something right here that I saw that no one talked about. Her interviews were still with white dudes. I didn't get to interview her. I mean, I don't know many people Latin people that got. I only mostly look at the Latin side because that's what I am. But I would have loved to see her said, nope, I'm going to interview everyone. And listen, I come from the side. I'm saying here, merit, right? I feel the white dudes that she was talking about deserve to be there because they're fucking great, talented people that work their fucking ass off, right? But I do too. You know what I mean? Or my colleagues.
I definitely know what you mean, and it was that kind of. But that's what I'm talking about, like using social justice as more of a marketing campaign as opposed to doing something to actually change it.
Bingo.
Like saying white dudes, instead of reaching out and to the people, to the other reporters that you could have reached out to and been like, I want to hear their perspective. I want to hear their questions. Granted, it would probably be a lot of the same questions that the quote unquote white dudes would have had, but I mean, it would have been something. Instead, she raised money to send girls from the inner city to see Captain Marvel. And I'm like, are you kidding? Like, Captain Marvel isn't I would argue Black Widow is way more of an inspiring female figure because she actually had adversity to overcome. She actually had a society that told her you need to be one thing, that robbed her of her chance to ever have children, that made her into a killer. Like, that's powerful that she was able to overcome that and trust again, find a team in the Avengers. Like, that's a big deal. That's and then eventually sacrifice herself. Like, all of that is very major. Captain Marvel is her performance is very blank faced and vanilla. Like, she doesn't have a lot of passion or emotion really in anything that she does. And 2, she's all powerful from the beginning of the movie and stays that way. And so that's not really interesting. It's not interesting to have a female heroine who just is all powerful and that's it. That's the movie. What is she overcoming? What is she learning? Nothing. Yeah. She's already perfect. The only thing she's trying to learn is her past. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, I don't give a shit. How are you going to help?
It may not be my place to say this, but why isn't Beatrix Kiddo from Kill Bill getting more props? That to me, and people always say that's not a superhero. It's like, dude,
yes, she is.
She threw a sidekick that was like 30 feet across the trailer, right? And she killed the crazy 88. But is it me? And I'm gonna ask you because she still stayed feminine. She still loved Bill,
right?
And she still was motherly, right? It was she did it for her child, but she fucking kicked ass, man. I got chills with that movie. That movie was amazing.
That's what I'm saying. Something like and Chris was bringing up a Batgirl earlier, or Batwoman, Batlady, that person. Bat gender non-specific animal superhero was I agree. The tone that was set forth with all was very like butch and like tough, and I'm like, okay, here's what frustrates me. Why can't I as a woman be feminine and kick ass? It's the same reason why I hate people who just rip on the Disney princesses, like, oh, they're such bad role models. I'm like, why?
A good example
because they fall in love?
A good
because
example
they fall in love?
Lagertha from Vikings, at least in the first season, was very much that kind of character.
Or like freaking Princess Tiana, who spends her whole life like saving up and working hard to fulfill her father's dream because he died before he could be able to fulfill. She's a fucking badass. She doesn't have to pick up a katana to be a badass. She's working hard, working 2 jobs every day to fulfill her dream. That's badass.
Stefania's saying that it's difficult for her to watch a live stream when I go 9 p.m. I understand that because of the difference in time. But I don't know if I go in the morning here, if you guys are giving me some energy here, man. Yeah, if I go in the morning and then send all you guys over there to Popcorn Planet after, I think we'd be kind of cool. I don't know, maybe something. I don't know if Popcorn Planet goes on at 11. I don't know.
We haven't been doing the afternoon streams anymore.
No.
He's kind of
burnt.
Well, I think with he's very burnt. I think with everything with quarantining and everything and having to deal with the homeschooling and stuff. So I'm pretty.
The homeschooling and quarantine is a nightmare.
Yeah, I've got a kid with ADHD, so it's just not going.
From a teacher perspective, I just want you all to know that we really miss your children, and we're really sad that we didn't get to say goodbye. And this isn't a break for us. This is a heartbreak for us.
I know. I love my kids' teachers. I feel it was funny because I was having a conversation with my neighbors. We were yelling at each other from our yards. And I was saying, I feel bad for teachers with kids because, those memes about parents who are excited that their kids go to school because they have time for themselves during the day. Yeah. Teachers don't get that.
No, they don't.
They have other, if they're not dealing with their own kids, they're dealing with somebody else's kids.
Yeah. Shout out to all the teachers out there.
Seriously, my sister's a teacher, so
best movie teacher of all time. Best movie teacher of all time.
Oh,
best movie teacher.
Okay, Pai Mei from Kill Bill.
No, I think she meant school teacher.
No, it could be any teacher.
Any teacher. Okay, I got one. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was Sean Connery's character teaching that black kid how to write.
Oh, Finding Forrester is a great movie.
Yes, Finding Forrester. Thank you.
Sean Connery is a
I love Sean Connery.
I can't offer an opinion on that one because I'm biased. Number one celebrity crush till the day I die, Sean.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
my boy.
I don't blame you. I'd turn gay for him.
For sure. Out of respect. It wouldn't even be sexual. I'd just be like, yes, sir, Mr. Connery.
Exactly. I will be your pool boy.
Yeah.
Yes. My second favorite though, after him, would have to be Professor McGonagall.
Oh, someone said Yoda in the chat. That Mr. Holland. Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
I would say
Robin
Mike-
Williams from Goodwill
No,
Hunting.
Stay
Well,
put,
he
Darth
wasn't
Lunga, I
a
got you.
teacher. He was a therapist.
yeah, you're thinking of Robin Williams in Dead Poet Society, and I fucking
You.
hate Robin Williams in Dead Poet Society.
No. But
He
I
is
was
the
thinking,
worst movie teacher of all time.
in Goodwill Hunting, he is a mentor, and to me, that's a teacher.
You're true. A therapist can be a teacher, teaching you about yourself. Like
yeah,
that's
one of my
valid.
favorite movies.
That
of all
is
time.
true.
And that
That's what I
soundtrack,
was looking
that
at.
soundtrack is amazing. But I had to one thing we were talking about representation, and Maggie, you're talking about Batwoman. One thing that frustrated me with Birds of Prey and DC kind of rectified this. You can read my review over at Fandom Wire. Shameless plug. About they didn't have the Oracle, which is Barbara Gordon, after she gets shot by the Joker in the Killing Joke. And the thing is Birds of Prey. The first issue of Birds of Prey was Oracle and Black Widow.
Yeah.
Or Black Canary. Sorry.
Yeah. No, we knew what you meant.
So yeah,
Giles
that
from
was the
Buffy.
first.
I remember
thing
him.
is, and they CW did a CW like they're doing show of Birds of Prey, and it was the Oracle, Black Canary, and then some other girl.
God, remember
like
Birds of fucking Prey?
In the early 2000s.
Real quick, I'm gonna switch up. Roadcast, you want to give that final thought, and we're gonna switch up because we got a few people in there. But dude, I want to thank you for coming on today, and I want you to come back.
Absolutely.
And stay in the chats. Any last thoughts?
Last thought. I think I'd say my favorite movie teacher would be Tim Robbins in Shawshank Redemption.
What about Morgan Freeman in Lean on Me?
Ooh.
Oh,
Michelle Pfeiffer in Dangerous
I can't believe I
Minds.
didn't think of that.
Oh God. No. If you're gonna go a real teacher in the inner city, Hillary Swank in Freedom Writers is way better. Is way better than Michelle Pfeiffer.
I didn't want to mention her because she was based off a true story, so I didn't want to mention that one. But yes, I love Freedom Writers.
Want to welcome Darth Daddy Lunga. What's up, homie?
I need a little time to wake up.
Can I do it?
We'll wake you up. We'll wake you up before you go.
Irish,
Lewis,
go for
can I do it?
Yes.
Hashtag Munga.
Munga. Hashtag Munga.
Lunga's been he's been with us in the evening 9 p.m. LA time. So he's kind of like a personality around here.
Kinda. Lewis can never do a show like in the day. It's got to be early in the freaking morning or late at night.
He's trying to wake you up. He's trying to get you on a new schedule, man.
Early in the morning, it's like it's almost 1 o'clock here, man.
Yeah, man. What's up with you?
It's noon here. I got up at 11, but the thing is, typically I usually get up anywhere between 7 and 8 every morning. Since this whole stay-at-home deal happened, and I'm on with fucking Lewis and then Matt Jarbo until 3 a.m.
Oh, good Lord.
Jody's Corner in the house. What's up, Jody? Best teacher.
Jody.
Yeah, Jody.
Yeah, that is, I agree with you, Jody.
Sam Jackson.
Jody, did you hear me defending the Dark Knight last night, man? Did you hear me? I was fighting for you, buddy. Where were you?
Oh, wait. Were you the one that had the debate on about which one was better, Jurassic Park or Dark Knight?
It was
Jurassic Park. Sorry.
Dark Knight over here.
So if you didn't watch last night's, this is another shameless plug for
about the arguments, guys.
Nerd Wars
Yeah.
over on Popcorn Planet, twitch.tv/Popcorn Planet. You can see all the uncut stuff.
I get that reference, Lunga.
I like the mug moment.
You can go to YouTube,
mug
search
moment.
Popcorn Planet on YouTube and watch.
I popped in there yesterday, and Andy said that Marvel was the first to start the $1 billion with the comic book movies. It wasn't. It was Batman: The Dark Knight. It was the one that started that. And
DC represents
without China, The Dark Knight made $1 billion. Without China,
yeah, that's
represent
crazy.
DC represent DC.
DC. in the house. We love DC. I think Jody and I have a special Maggie, a special place in our heart for both Marvel and DC, but a little bit more DC, right?
Yeah.
And
Maggie's gonna if you leave the comment.
The point that I was trying to get to with that representation thing is that DC just came out last month with a new Oracle graphic novel for young adults. They're doing a new young adult line, and it's called the Oracle Code, which is really good. Thanks DC for sending it out. But yeah, no, it takes a different twist of how Barbara got shot and whatnot, and why she's dealing with being in a recovery ward and like things and how that stuff happens. And but no, if you really want a new Oracle, or if you miss the Oracle, definitely pick up the Oracle Code. They're doing a lot of cool things over at DC with a young adult line. I think they're doing a Batgirl 2 that's supposed to be coming out. You get a little teaser in the Oracle Code book, and so hopefully DC will send me another copy to extend it, and hopefully I'll get Gotham High. But we all know that looks like trash.
Karen Toy One says, if you love dancing, I really recommend Take the Lead with Antonio Banderas. Inner city kids learn to dance. What's your favorite dance movie? I'm gonna say right now, probably no one knows this film unless you're from Los Angeles, old school. Breakin'.
Dude,
I remember. I know Breakin'.
And Breakin' 2, Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo. Hey, I can't remember, was it Breakin' 1 or 2? But Jean-Claude Van Damme is in the background. He's in Muscle Beach.
Yeah, that was amazing. I didn't realize it until I had seen that movie so many times, but I was like, wait, I watched it maybe 10 years ago, and I totally realized that he was in the background. I was like,
what's your favorite dance movie? Do you have one?
Silver Linings Playbook.
All right, that's a good one.
Save the Last Dance.
Lunga?
How is no one mentioning Footloose?
I was
because you got to turn me around and put my feet on the ground, then take a hold of your soul before you bring up Footloose.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, for me, it's a tie between Footloose and Save the Last Dance.
I'm really glad nobody fucking said Dirty Dancing. I hate Dirty Dancing with the burning passion of a fiery sun.
My fiance and I, we saw Dirty Dancing as a movie that's on Vudu, and we were like, oh hell no.
Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever.
Tony Robinson stomped the yard.
It's not a dance movie, but best dance scene, Pulp Fiction.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a pretty cool scene. It's campy and it does the 60s
campy,
moves,
yeah.
It's an homage to a different movie.
Right.
So I'm like,
Break-In with the what's it called? The broom dance. If you guys remember that, if anyone knows that, yeah. What's your favorite musical? Go ahead.
Movie musical?
Yes, Shaman. Langa, go for it.
I just wanted to chime in on the teacher part because I came in at the tail end of that. Irish, how did you not mention Azrael from my novel as one of the greatest teachers?
Because they said movies.
Oh, it will be a movie.
They said movie. Yours isn't a movie yet; it's a book.
I know. But I would movies.
I'm sorry, but I still like Professor McGonagall.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, well, look at the bright side, Longa. The studios and producers are watching.
Let them.
All right. Favorite musical right here. I gotta say, I'm gonna go a little bit commercial, and the reason this is my favorite is because of the ride. Because of the ride, I would say Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, that is one of the best.
That's up there.
Go for it.
Okay.
I want to. I would have to say Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Good one. Anyone else?
For greatest musical favorite or
favorite
of all time? Like, should we go Greatest Showman's pretty high up there now.
Either Rocky Horror Picture Show or Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, get out of here, Maggie. You know you love it.
I do not.
You know you do. But White Christmas.
You know you want it.
White Christmas. White Christmas probably is
that's fun. That's
favorite
fun.
musical of all time.
Sound of Music, guys. Julie Andrews.
Yeah.
Julie,
yeah.
I mean, it's
But when's the
Oh,
last time you
singing it.
watched that?
I
I had an entire musical week for my preschool kids where
Oh, okay.
every day I taught them about a different classic movie musical. We did Sound of Music, Singing in the Rain, Oklahoma, the music band. They loved it. We did crafts about it. We sang the songs from it. They saw clips, and they were completely engrossed and loved it. And Sound of Music was one of the ones that really captured them the most. They loved the dancing numbers and Singing in the Rain. They loved the energy.
Oh, yeah,
they
make 'em
loved,
laugh.
They loved the
Make 'em
energy.
laugh.
Yeah, like they're 2-year-olds.
Yeah.
Andy was talking
Make 'em
last night
laugh.
about
Make 'em
his
laugh.
kid not being interested in like in anything but like Jurassic Park or Back to the Future, and I'm like, I have 2-year-olds here. They're watching a movie from the 1940s, and they are engrossed, and they are like, that's amazing. Good morning, make them laugh. The energy and the creativity that goes into the
Yeah, Singing in
choreography.
the Rain.
The Music
Definitely.
Man, when and this is true, my husband Steven, he came in dressed as Harold Hill and did the
nice.
whole, oh, you got trouble, like to the kids, and they're all sitting there like freaking Superman is there. Like they loved it. And because when you are excited about something and when you teach a child about that thing, especially when it's something that they're not exposed to, especially something like the classic musicals, like, and you say like, this is wonderful and come and see it. Kids are great bullshit detectors. And when they can tell that you're excited about something and you think it's special and it's something that they've never heard or experienced before, they're into it. They're excited to learn about it. And especially with something as universal as like Julie goddamn Andrews. Come on, guys. You can't not love Julie Andrews. She, hashtag world's greatest. She singing these songs and running throughout Austria, say like telling do re mi fa sol la ti. The kids loved it. It was so magical and so wonderful. Sorry, I went on a rant. I miss my kids.
Hey, Myra M, come on, Edward James Olmos for Stand and Deliver. Yeah, that's a great one as well. That's a great one. That's a great one, based on a true story. L.A. I forgot the name of the actual school, but Myra, are you on our Twitch channel? Because I'm putting in the link right now. I want everyone that's watching right now in the comments to head over to Twitch. We are actually, I put the wrong link in there. Well, you can still
I
got you.
You didn't put the StreamYard link again, did you?
No.
Right here in River City.
We're like 2 people away from
got you,
250.
bro.
Yeah, get me.
Oh wait, I can't because it failed.
Well, let me make you a moderator.
You don't have any mods, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, basically, anyone he has a mod is always on the freaking panel. So
we got freaking panels with our freaking heads.
Oh,
see,
and to go
I'm
back
used to
to,
not, I'm
to the
used to not
teacher
being
thing.
on many people's panels because Fran Jexter doesn't like me.
Is George Lopez in Spare Parts?
I don't remember that one.
Lewis, dude, you got to watch that. It came out in 2005. It's based on a true story about a teacher in Arizona who helped some immigrant kids who wanted to be these undocumented kids who were in this high school in Phoenix. They were really smart, and they created a robotics team and went to like nationals. And like one guy like got into the service and got like they've got like jobs and stuff. But it's definitely one of those really good movies about dealing with like Latinx issues.
That's cool.
So yeah,
that's another reason why I like Freedom Writers a lot, is because it goes into like a lot of different perspectives for these kids that are in the city. I think when you have these like, it's really cool when there's ones like based on a true story, because it's just more real in general, obviously. But
see, I have a weak spot for those kind of movies, especially because they involve writing in general, and I love how they used writing to bring the kids together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Tell their
waiting for
story.
Tiger King the musical.
I'm tired of Tiger
my
King. I haven't even
favorite
watched it,
musical.
I'm tired of it.
My favorite musical is Shitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh, great
that's
one.
good too.
Great one.
Yeah, mine.
Okay, real quick. Let me.
I mean,
ask you
Mary
guys this.
Poppins.
Maybe
I
I'm
like
too old.
Mary Poppins, but I love Dick Van
Oh,
Dyke.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Oh yeah, he's fantastic.
Maybe I'm a
Sweeney
little
Todd.
old, but let me ask you guys another question. All right.
Yeah.
All right. This is a debate that has been with me for years.
Oh,
'Cause
hang
I
on.
love-
Highlight
Go ahead.
Mayra M's comment there on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
She said one of her friends from work is one of the Freedom Writers students. That's awesome.
Yeah, awesome, Myra. Okay, so this is, but I love both shows. Okay, The Munsters or Addams Family? I'm
Addams
picking
Family.
Addams Family.
They're crazy and they're kooky. Serious. and
Damn,
kooky.
I struck a nerve.
Herman Munster.
Rob,
The thing is I love both.
make your case.
Like,
I love
I don't
both
know,
too,
man.
but
Like,
I love
the
both
thing-
too.
I wanna
But
say-
Morticia and Gomez Adams are parental goals, man.
Lewis,
I love
Lewis,
them.
Speaking-
Lewis,
There's
you
love
gotta- you
stories.
gotta-
Are we talking about as a TV show, or are we talking about as like who we would want as our real
Okay,
family?
hold on a second.
There's-
You
that's
got to
a
do
different
some order,
difference
Lewis.
here.
Some order. Get some order, one at a time.
Okay,
Sorry.
let's do this. Let's do this.
No,
All right.
burn it all down.
All right. I'll
Oh,
call
when we
you
get
guys
him with
out.
Zoom,
Coño, cállate.
like 100
Cállate, cállate.
¿Por qué no te callas?
I
Oye,
don't speak Spanish.
don't let Lewis get out his chancla.
Staicito.
No
Or Italian.
quiero. No quiero.
listen, I want to know everyone's opinion. So let me call you out and you make your case. Rob, starting with Rob.
And I love both. Like love both. Like I can't to be honest, I can't decide because both of them are so good at what they do. And I mean, like you took the Munsters came off right off of Car 54.
You have a minute, not an hour. Go.
And so, I don't know the history on both, but yes, I agree with Irish that Gomez and Morticia like gold parents. I mean, I had a crush on Christina Ricci because of Addams Family. Like, but yeah, I mean, I guess I would have to go with Addams Family just because of the legacy that they have. Munsters kind of died out, which sucks because I think the Munsters would still do great today.
And just for because I saw Chris kind of like roll his eyes when they talked about the movies. To be fair, there are Munster movies, so fair game for both. Chris, what do you think?
I would have to go if you were to put them on a TV side by side, and I'd have to choose. I'd say the Munsters.
Okay,
I would have to
we
choose
got-
just
so far-
because the chemistry between the characters, the fact that it's always been the same actors for the Munsters. I mean, you've had how many different voices actors for the Addams Family, the Munsters. That just classic, like the show, the situations they get into are just so much more fun and you relatable.
Yeah. Okay, Maggie.
So
Let's talk about cultural impact for a second. Let's talk about cultural impact for a second. The Addams Family is the superior show, and it's shown in its cultural legacy and what's been left behind. We have Gomez and Morticia Addams, which are one of the most iconic TV couples of all time. They are one of the only TV couples that is overtly sexual and weird and accepts that and loves each other. They're actually great role models, not just as parents, but as a couple, sharing your weirdness with one another. And that has stayed with, there are still people who will show up in Gomez and Morticia costumes at a Halloween party. Famous YouTuber Sophia Nygaard just had her wedding reception dance as the Addams Family 2 dance of Gomez and Morticia. There's a great Broadway musical, The Addams Family, that it was just still touring, was just at the Muni a couple of summers ago. It's a fantastic show. The most that the Munsters has left behind in recent history was a theme song being sampled in Uma Thurman by the Fall Out Boy. She wants to dance like Uma Thurman.
I know the song. I'm well aware of that. He didn't ask you which one's better.
And what was it playing off? And what was it playing? Excuse me, Christopher. And what was it playing off of?
Sorry, Margaret.
It wasn't playing off of the Munsters. It was playing off of the fact that Quentin Tarantino uses those type of sounds in his movies because nobody gives a shit about the Munsters because the Addams Family are iconic. You wish you were in the Addams Family. I wish I was Morticia. I ain't denying it. She gorge. Of course I want to be a sexy vampire
So we're
lady.
tied. We got two. Wait, no, wait, we're not.
Is real.
We got
you choose. What if it's 2-1 right now? Who did
2-1 right now.
all
2-1
right,
right now.
You haven't chosen.
Longa, and then we'll get to Irish.
How am I supposed to follow that? I mean, that was spectacular.
Wow.
That was
This is what we-
spectacular.
This is what
Talk
we deal
about
with at Popcorn
passionate.
Planet.
Wow.
This is what we deal with at Popcorn Planet.
I know. I mean, she
Sorry.
literally just echoed everything that
Love you,
I
Maggie.
believe. Okay. I mean, I think both were great shows. The Munsters were pure. If you want to talk about just pure campy comedy,
Yes.
the Munsters were there. They were basically your classic 60s, sitcom family. Just as monsters. But that's where it ends for me because that's all it was. It was Dick Van Dyke show with makeup. So Well, it's true, but the Addams family broke so many tropes and so many grounds that the Monsters just didn't do. That relationship between Gomez and Morticia, I mean, nothing could get between those two.
Mhm.
Nothing, no matter what was going on, and the love they showed. And I don't even get me being into, don't even get me into the whole relationship dynamics that they had, because to see that in that time period was groundbreaking.
When you couldn't
You know
even be
what I
in
mean?
the same fucking bed on TV. When you had
Right.
the twin beds.
Exactly, and they were basically BDSM.
They're giving
in the
do me
60s,
eyes every
okay?
episode.
Yeah, and his devotion to her. I mean, he was basically like a submissive, but at the same time, they would switch. So it was amazing. And in the movies, I'm sorry, the movies were Raul Julia was
the movie was great, dude.
Movies,
Hubert was awesome. You guys remember?
I mean,
Hubert?
but we're TV show.
Well, I'm talking. Remember, the entire beginning of this was a TV show. I didn't even need all that was before I even got to the movie.
Yeah.
It's the-
No,
the
that I
movie just-
understand.
Let's
I mean,
give
Raul
Irish a
Julia's a
chance.
legend.
Irish, what do you think? What's your vote?
Addams Family.
There you go.
All right. Sorry, Chris. But to be fair,
Ba-da-da-da.
I'm gonna put up the poll on my Twitter, at Nerdlecka. So I'm gonna put it up in a bit. But okay, to be fair, the Monsters are way more popular for some reason. I think.
No, they're not.
No,
They're not.
Around the
They're
world,
not.
in the United States.
Addams Family. For sure.
No,
if you
they're
look
not.
at any
Addams
kind of
Family is
Halloween
the
stuff,
most
you
popular.
see Gomez and Morticia way more than you see Lily.
Even the Hotel Transylvania franchise like blatantly has Addams Family parallels. It like
Right.
they're just.
And you also
got to
remember the Addams Family was a comic strip before
Are
it
you
was even.
kidding me? They've got
TV show.
elements of the Monsters in that too.
Could I say something real quick?
And the Frankenstein
hate-
character is.
I'm gonna say
is
something
from a Monster.
unpopular, real
Do it.
unpopular. I hate the '60s Batman show, and it's
Yeah, I don't like it
responsible
either,
for
really.
Not a
taking
huge
Adam's.
fan.
It's responsible for Adam's Family getting canceled. I
Sure.
read
That's true.
about that, and I was like, oh come on. So
That I don't think that's super unpopular. I mean, even the Lego Batman movie
Yeah.
made fun of the Adam West show like really effectively, especially with the little shark repellent callback.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, it has its place in lore if you're a Batman fan, and I'm not
Yeah.
going to deny that. I'm not going to say I wish it was never on TV. It has its place in lore, and
Yeah.
it's classic. But at the same time,
And memes.
was it that good? It's just like the Star Trek fans. Was the original Star Trek series that good? Really?
Right.
yes, it
It's
was.
like, no.
Mm,
No, the
Episodes
next-
were good.
Yeah.
Episodes were good. The
Look,
whole
as
series
someone-
as a whole was not good.
The Next
Right.
Generation made it a good show.
TNG,
Yeah,
yeah.
and Deep Space
And the
Nine
movies.
came
Those,
out.
the movies.
Right.
The movies were good too.
Yeah,
and,
the movies did.
Picard has done a good job of.
Fucking
still have to
Picard,
finish-
bro.
I still have to finish that.
Oh,
I've
that's a
only
real
gotten to
nerd
the
war.
third
If we're doing
episode.
Kirk
Yeah.
versus Picard, there's gonna be blood.
Oh no, Picard's easy. It's easy, Picard. But Picard, the
Picard.
show, I like that they've kept the tone that they started with Discovery. And it has that like kind of like movie epic feel to it, more than like Next Generation or Deep Space Nine. And I don't get me wrong, I love those. But if you go back and try and watch Next Generation right now,
No Scott Bakula love?
it's oh, I love Enterprise. Oh my
Enterprise.
god, Enterprise
Okay,
was amazing.
okay.
I was a little disappointed how they ended it, but
New
definitely
Gen's on Amazon Prime right now, so if anybody wants to go back,
all of them are on CBS All Access. I know that.
Yeah, but who wants to pay a gajillion dollars for CBS All Access?
Seriously.
Nah,
For one
son.
show, because there's like nothing on there.
Yeah.
It is Twilight
What
Zone,
about Peacock? Peacock's
Picard,
coming.
Discovery. There's 3 shows right there.
There's 3 shows, not 1. That's 2 more.
That's
No,
that's if
and
you-
then
that's
all
if
the
you
old
count.
stuff if you
That's if
want.
you count Discovery as a show.
Are you kidding? Yeah, I do count Discovery as a show. Absolutely.
Shout out to
the-
Sci-Fi Dragon, complaining that it's too early to go on right now, and then he's in the chat.
There's also the Kirk versus Picard thing.
Oh, God.
Just reminded me of like, do you have a favorite James Bond? Like,
Oh,
who's
Sean
your
Connery.
favorite?
Okay, let's go there.
Sean
Roger
Connery.
Moore for me.
Sean Connery for me.
Really?
Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan. Then
No, I can
Daniel
only pick one.
Craig.
Sorry.
No, I'm going in my order.
He's got a tier.
I've got my
You
top.
got that
like-
shit memorized, brother.
Oh yeah.
What
Yeah,
are we
yeah.
talking
Sean
about now?
Connery,
Best
Roger
Bond.
Moore,
Oh.
Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan, and then I'd say Daniel Craig.
Why are you hating? hating? Why are you hating on Daniel? Danny doing his
Thank you.
best.
Maggie, you and me are best friends.
I'm not a
now.
Craig
Okay.
fan.
I'm not a huge Craig fan, and then George Lazenby.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
there was
Here's
one
the thing.
more.
Here's
There's
the
one
thing.
more.
This is what people don't give Daniel Craig enough credit for.
Timothy Dalton was
He's
in
got the fucking pain behind his eyes. He's got the charmer
Because he
aspect
looks
and the bravado.
old. He looks like
He's-
he's in his
got-
80s.
He has
But-
that grittiness. He does.
He's got
I'll
that
agree with
world weary, like look. He can look charming and sexy and have that, but you can still
Not
read that
like-
like inner, like that simmering. I don't think Pierce
I like
Brosnan had that.
chocolate.
Pierce Brosnan is all charm. He doesn't
That's
have that
so
like darkness
all
under
charm.
him. That's why his movies got so campy because they were
Wow.
playing up Pierce Brosnan's strengths. There's nothing wrong with that. But they were playing
He's
up Pierce
third on that
Brosnan's
list.
strengths, which is all charm. Daniel
what I'm
Craig
saying.
has that darkness, that grittiness to him, so we could go to the different levels that we got to in Skyfall,
Well,
man.
Sean Connery had that too. So did Roger Moore.
Sean Connery,
Timothy
right?
Dalton
I'm not
didn't.
saying. I'm
Timothy
saying. I'm
Dalton
not
had
saying.
the charm like Pierce
Come on,
Brosnan.
Okay,
she,
but
she has a
Chris-
crush
Chris,
on
you
Sean
can-
Connery.
Chris-
So.
Yeah,
Chris,
But
you
the
can.
one
I
thing
want to fuck
that-
Sean Connery, so I'm
I
taking him
know.
off. So I'm taking him off the list. I'm taking him off the list because I don't want to be biased. I don't want to
biased.
fuck
Gotta
Daniel
be-
Craig.
Okay, so Sean
She's gotta
Connery.
be
This is
objective.
about integrity, okay?
So Sean-
This is-
What? You
But
threw
we
that
can
out the
all
window when you
agree
said
that
you want
the
to
one
fuck Sean
thing
Connery.
that the Peter Brosnan films gave us is GoldenEye 007 on the N64.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's about the only thing. Now,
Oh,
like
wait.
me, I gotta be honest with you. Like for me, it's a tie between Daniel Craig and Sean Connery, just because Sean Connery is so goddamn fucking suave. I mean, it's
Oh
just
my god.
ridiculous.
And
okay?
gritty. And gritty.
And gritty, yeah. And
So,
Daniel
yeah,
Craig,
he's got
Daniel
it.
Craig to me, you know, I think it's just the most exciting movies. Maybe it's not just the
Yeah.
actor, maybe it's just the whole production
Yeah.
and everything that makes
the
it better.
editing.
Really?
And
Right.
honestly, I will. The people don't give enough credit for this too. The Daniel Craig movies are the only movies where I give half a watery shit about any of the love interests.
Oh,
Daniel
That's
Craig
the point of
movies
Bond.
are
You're
the
not supposed
only.
to.
No, I care. You're supposed to care about Vesper because you're
No.
supposed to care about his heartbreak. You're supposed to care about his heartbreak. If you don't
James
care,
Bond. I care
there-
about his gadgets and his
James Bond gets
mission.
full on married and then his wife gets immediately shot, and then his whole motivation for the other movie is to
Bourne
take down
Identity.
the man who killed
Give me
his
the
wife.
Bourne movies. It's the same thing. Okay, Bourne.
I'm talking about the older Bond movies, Chris, the ones that you are celebrating.
Yeah.
I'm
I
saying
know.
if you don't care about his wife, then why the fuck do you care about his motivation to avenge his wife? You don't believe that he cared about her. Then why do you
Eventually
give a shit? Then
Eventually,
why do you
Yeah,
give a shit?
Chris.
Daniel Craig loved Vesper.
eventually,
Hashtag
James
cancel Chris.
Bond- No. Eventually, James Bond stops caring. And that's why he becomes the playboy person. That's the James Bond I like. I don't need that gritty. Oh, James Bond is supposed to be gadgets and missions and saving for England, James, for England. Not
No,
for
it's
for-
not.
for
No,
England.
it's not.
Yes, it
He's
No,
is.
it's
not-
not. The
it's
Sean
not- no.
Connery movies
He-
were more about personality than gadgets.
Hell
and-
yeah,
and-
they
and-
were.
and-
Hell yeah, they were. It was about
Not even
Sean.
close.
Sean and his big old dick.
right.
That's all it was about.
Oh, and that's
Swinging it around like a fire hose.
Exactly. It's not about love and who he cared about. That was
Right, because those movies take place after James has already been hurt.
exactly.
The
So you-
Daniel Craig movies take you back and show you
I know
here's
what they
how
do.
he
I
became.
understand that.
Here's
But
how
Daniel-
he became that.
okay,
That's interesting.
Sure, Casino Royale, great.
Casino Royale fucking rules.
That was amazing,
Yeah.
but also a reboot.
So
What do you mean so?
a reboot.
Isn't literally every James Bond movie a reboot?
Yeah.
But it's literally Casino Royale is another Casino Royale.
But yeah, the thing is though, is that original Casino Royale wasn't as popular.
Oh, it was
I don't
terrible.
I don't remember. I never watched Casino Royale.
It was in well, that, it was terrible.
In like, I think my
But
first,
again-
my first, my first
Oh.
exposure was the Sean Connery.
Stop looking at porn, Louis. We're having a conversation.
I know. I
Yeah,
saw
come
this.
on.
I'm like, ooh.
Hey, and speaking of Sean Connery and what Maggie said, check out this awesome picture.
Gal Gadot.
Oh my God, this is awesome.
Whoa, that is cool.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
1984.
I'm in. I'm
Jo-
in.
I hope Jody's watching because he's the biggest fan I know, but I'm a big fan as well. Check this out. There's one. Look at that. Isn't that awesome?
Oh, that's cool. With the whip, yeah.
Nice. That's not her, but
People like, like Jeffrey are hating on that armor, and I think that armor is fucking
that armor is
spectacular.
awesome.
It's gonna
It
be
is spectacular.
well, it makes sense. It's the battle of the animal styles. It's like
Right.
Kung Fu, right? It's
Cheetah
gonna be
versus-
the cheetah versus an eagle.
Well,
And
it's
it's
not
also
that too.
cool
It's
that
also
they're-
from the comics. That's
Right.
her word of God.
I don't care. Okay.
Well, you better care.
What? Okay.
You fucking
PC
don't
fans in
care.
here. Do people think that Kirsten Wiig's gonna pull off Cheetah?
I don't.
Yes.
I'm
I don't
worried,
either.
I'm
I
worried
do.
about. I'm
I-
worried
Yes.
about that. I'm worried.
I think
about
she
that.
can do it. I think she
I
can
don't
do it. I
I
think
ju-
that she can bring comedy and like physicality to the role in a way that's fun.
I don't know what the character's like in the comic, but that line where like Diana says, "Have you ever been in love?" and then she's like, she says many times, and then
Yeah.
Diana says once, kind of.
Yeah.
That's a yin and the yang right there.
Yeah.
True.
And-
Well,
and
that's
it sho-
the dynamic between them two.
Nasty,
And-
like and basically cold.
And a person that falls in love a lot, like with everyone, gets infatuated, seems like someone
Yeah.
that's not really happy with themselves, maybe.
Exactly.
And that
My-
makes a great villain. If they touch upon that, holy shit.
Well, hold on.
It's
You're
gonna be
talking
awesome.
about on paper. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. I'm
This
talking
is-
about the
this-
actress.
This is my worry. Okay.
She did.
I mean,
she
Kristen-
nailed
Kristen
it in
Wiig-
in the
do-
trailer, though.
A trailer.
trailer.
Really?
Really?
That's
We're
what
gonna
you're
go
gonna
back
go
to
by,
that?
Lewis, as a trailer.
It's a sample.
It's a sample.
It's-
Yeah,
It's
by
a
the
sample of
movie,
her
as we've learned.
before she becomes Cheetah. Okay.
Yeah, the
Now,
CGI.
here's the thing. Because if you look, the character, the way it's supposed to be, before she becomes Cheetah, she's this very awkward woman, which Kristen Wiig pulls off spectacularly in every movie. Okay.
Right.
Well, once she becomes Cheetah, she's this insanely confident, vicious character, which I don't know she has the chops for because I haven't really seen her do that anywhere else.
Right.
That's my concern.
But the thing is, like, we've seen great comedians do a turn with
Wait a minute.
like with
Wait a
fun
minute,
with
Maggie. You just hit it on the head. She's a comedian first,
yeah,
right?
she's a comedian.
Oh, she's
right.
gonna hit it out of the park. Comedians do not underestimate comedians. They know
Fair.
how to work your emotions.
Fair.
Todd Phillips is a comedic director. He directs comedies and writes comedies. The Joker's a mind fuck.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying comedians can't play roles. Robin Williams proved how much he can be
Oh,
a
yeah.
dramatic actor.
Adam Sandler.
Adam
Jim
Sandler.
Carrey.
Jim Carrey, right?
Yep.
They all prove. I mean, some of my favorite movies are from them as dramatic roles. What Dreams May Come was spectacular with Robin Williams. Okay, but it's not a comedian. Did someone just What Dreams May Come?
I did indeed.
It's a great movie.
What,
Get outta
Maggie?
here.
What
Oh,
dreams
boy.
may come. Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
come on. That's
best
Oh,
friend
man.
status revoked.
Wait, women fart? I didn't know that.
women fart.
no,
Jack,
that wasn't a
Guys, I'm
fart.
sorry.
That wasn't a
Raspberry.
splooge.
It was a raspberry.
That was a splooge.
Oh, okay.
That was indeed a splooge. It was.
Yes.
You know, men don't think women fart, right?
Oh, I know they fart.
We don't
Oh, I know
splooge
they
either, but that
We don't think so. No, doesn't happen.
She splooged on my screen.
that one wasn't me.
That was me.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead,
No,
Manga.
women
Finish
So
it.
best-
fart,
best
I've had it
friend status
before.
returned,
My
'cause
ex farted
splooging.
in my face once when I was
Oh,
But yeah, so I mean, I'm not. When I say concerned, I'm not saying she's gonna suck. I'm not. I don't know. My problem is that there's not enough of a case study behind her to show she can pull off those kind of roles. That's my concern.
That's true.
I mean, I want her to do great because I love Wonder Woman. I love the DC universe, and I think so I want this to be a great movie. So I'm rooting for her. I want her to
Patty
be great.
Jenkins. That's all you need.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I
also
guess
think
having
you got to
her-
take into account like the first movie was during World War One, which is objectively like one of the darkest wars in history. It's when we lost an entire generation of young men,
Yeah.
and there were generations of post-war pessimism following World War One. It was insane, and which is why I was so fucking excited for Wonder Woman to be set during that time period because it was perfect. It was where there was a senseless war, and someone as naive as Diana was during that time, like her discovering the true nature of man and this sort of senseless violence, like that's fascinating. And I think they did it so well, her trying to find an answer and believing so strongly that Ares was at fault, like that was great. So to then take that and put it in the 80s, like that's a whole other level. Like that more campiness, sorry. That opens it opens it up for much more campiness. It's an age of excess, it's an age of technology. So I think that we're, instead of a classic sort of war villain like we got in the first one, set in World War II, now we are open to a villain who is more campy, who can turn up the volume and turn up the gaudiness. That was the 80s.
Yeah.
It'll probably be some like corporation and whatnot, and then they're probably going to talk about women empowerment.
Hey, real quick, could one of you reach out to Andy Signor and ask him when he's going on so we could pimp his show on this channel?
Andy doesn't talk to me, so I don't know.
Are you texting him, Rob, or are you messaging him?
I'm sending a message.
I want
you
people
want me to text him?
You can, I guess, yeah.
I want people to go and support Popcorn Planet, and we have a nice little crowd here. I don't want, if you guys want to keep at it, after this. But continue. Was talking about Kristen Wiig.
Uso talking shit. No, I
Matt Jarbo in the house.
At least
Matt Jarbo. No, I was just saying that it opens up it's a new setting. So I still want to go on this journey with Diana. I want to see where she goes. I freaking love Wonder Woman. I love Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. It's great. I love how they set up her character and just everything. I love that there's a character who can be a badass warrior and also say, "Oh, baby!" I'm like, yes, this is what the world needs now. It was fantastic. It was just, it was so powerful. So to take that and then put it in the 80s, where the whole world is turned upside, World War I, and then the 1980s, it's such a new setting for her to go in. So I can't wait to see what new lessons she learns and what new things we can get from that. It's such a wide open door to go through. So I think that we need to be open to a new villain and a new type, because we're going in with Diana. Diana's our hero. We're journeying with her. And so we need to see what she sees. And if she sees Cheetah as a threat, then I think that we're going to see Cheetah as a threat.
I think she's going to be great.
For anyone that's a Wonder Woman fan, if you have not seen it, you need to see Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman. That is a spectacular movie, and it really shows you the psychology.
If you're into weird BDSM stuff, check out
that
this
one?
documentary.
Am I kind of
I really like that movie that they
put
had
myself on blast here, I guess.
On the creators of Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
That's the one, right?
That's the one, yeah.
That's the one.
That's
Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman.
Oh, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was it wasn't a
2017.
documentary, it was a theatrical movie.
Yeah, it was a movie.
Yeah, but they did have that Robert Kirkman Dark Sides of Comics or whatever on AMC.
Yeah.
That was the documentary on that. But that
Sorry, I was mixing up my two. My bad, Rob.
I mean, here, if you want an idea, if you guys have never seen the Lewis, I don't know if you've seen the poster for it.
I remember. I don't remember it, but I do. I do remember it. The movie existing. I don't remember how the poster looks though.
Well, I mean, just take a look.
Yeah,
it's a spectacular poster.
Take a look, guys. This is weird. It's fun and weird. It was for sure much better than the movie they tried to make of the frickin' the room 230, the one about The Shining, where it was a bunch of the conspiracy theories of The Shining movie. Does anyone remember what I'm talking about at all? Please.
No, we're too worried about the images.
I'm looking at the
trying to
pictures.
corrupt.
Oh, sorry, there were boobs. I apologize. There were boobs. So
No, it's not the boobs. I'm looking at the rope.
It's a woman with boobs holding the rope, Maggie. It's not the boobs. It's the boobs in the rope.
It's just the rope. Yeah, it's just.
I'm
the rope.
a
okay.
So I don't care.
I'm a butt guy. Turn around, Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I really liked that series that they had on the comic books, that Robert Kirkman Dark Side of the Comic Books. One of my favorite episodes was the Milestone episode, and just the history of a group of guys that used to work at Marvel, and they've been wanting to create black superheroes, and they did it, and it was successful. But now things are, with Milestone, they were supposed to come back 2 years ago, and it just didn't happen because of legal issues. But right now there's a guy on YouTube making some really cool fan movies.
Oh, awesome!
For Milestone, he did a Static Shock one, and he just came out with an Icon one.
I loved Static Shock.
Static Shock is awesome.
So yeah. But he they're actually really cool fan films. I think they're done in St. Louis, if I remember correctly.
Hey.
But yeah, so they're really cool. Let's see here. Icon.
That's awesome. I have a soft spot for we were talking earlier in the chat like about comic books and stuff, and I'm a real big Alan Moore fan.
Yep.
And sorry, but my absolute favorite series is League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. If you haven't read it, get on that shit. But
so awesome.
Unlike,
and the movie does not do it justice.
Yes, I fucking love that movie.
That movie is a
love
great movie.
It's
such a great movie, but it wasn't enough. I needed more.
I need more too.
Wasn't that Sean Connery's last film?
It was Sean Connery's last film. It has nothing to do with the comics. Like nothing in it is anything in the comics. Like literally at all. But that's why I love it. I love it. I'm not mad at it because it's not betraying like the source material. It's just like we're off doing our own thing, and that kind of is the essence of comics. You know, like taking characters and like, and now we're in a different universe, and you're just like, okay. So that's what it feels like to me.
Stuart Townsend as Dorian Gray was
really good.
Oh my god,
he was
so good.
It was so good.
so
good.
I loved I loved Mina I loved what they did with Mina and her vampire nature, and they didn't really play that up in the comics as much. So that was really interesting. I loved.
Well, you and your vampire, you know.
Well, yeah, me and my Maggie and her vampire.
I think my favorite character, though, in the movie portrayal was probably Nemo.
Nemo was awesome.
Nemo was
really.
awesome.
I liked Tom Sawyer. I liked the idea of Tom Sawyer
cool.
in the CIA. Like that was fucking rad.
That was
really
so
cool.
Rad.
To be fair, what's really it's hard for me to say. I mean, it's hard for me to say favorite character Dorian Gray.
Yeah.
I've always liked Dorian Gray. That's why.
I mean,
he's got that good middle ground between sexy and creepy. He walks that line really well. Sex creep.
To be fair, what makes the whole thing work though is being an ensemble cast. That's to see these characters from all these different mythology, you know, different books and stuff like that all together. That's what made it so exciting.
Yeah,
hey,
there's a lot of people.
I want to give a shout out to the people over there on Twitch. There's actually viewers there, man. I've been we put that.
Yeah, Twitch chat is lit.
I'm actually lurking. I'm lurking on both Twitch and YouTube right now.
Yeah, and like I said, I've been on Twitch for years. I couldn't get that place to like get anything.
Well, we got crickets. We're bringing over that Popcorn Planet family. So speaking of Popcorn Planet,
yes,
I just heard from Andy. Yeah. He is not sure if he's going to go live today. Probably just going to upload something onto YouTube for us to enjoy. But members only Saturday night. He just announced in the Discord going to do a watch party. Have not decided on the movie yet, but Saturday night, members only of Popcorn Planet, either on, I'm sure he'll do Twitch or YouTube for subs on YouTube, on Twitch, and members on YouTube. It's going to be some sort of watch party. So make sure you're in the Discord. If you are not in that Discord, drop it in the chat that you're not, and we'll throw you the link.
But you could also join the League of Extraordinary Nerd Reporters.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. I like that name.
We need a channel.
Conjecture. I could not see Connery as Gandalf.
No, it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked.
Not at all.
No way.
The accent.
Ian McKellen, dead on.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Hey, so I'm gonna leave a link for Popcorn Planet on Twitch. In the comments, if you guys want to give Andy some love and the crew over there. He's a real cool guy, great content, created Screen Junkies. All right.
Whoop, whoop.
And a lot of times, like, there's a saying in boxing, there's a lot of champs, right? And it's difficult to become the heavyweight champion of the world, but the great champs are the ones that lose the title and come back. And Andy's coming back.
Andy is our Rocky Balboa.
There we go.
Well, I think he's more of our Cinderella man.
Cinderella man? All right. But
or just straight up Cinderella. He lost his slipper and he's finding his way back to the palace, you guys. It's really beautiful. He's our princess.
Hey, Lewis, can I get that mod status so I can post links?
Post something in the chat right now so I could get you.
There's stuff in the Twitch chat already.
Because I just went ahead and did it.
Yeah.
Lewis is talking about Andy too much, not about the rest of us. How about pumping us up, Lewis? How about that?
Do it. Do it.
Lewis
Manga?
doesn't know me that well.
He doesn't need to pump us up. We already splooged.
Let's
Hey, speak for yourself.
Pop,
I
manga.
have a pretty good recovery time. So
Oh,
Well, they
okay.
were-
All right.
Oh my
good for you.
god.
Manga, where are you at? Where are you at, man?
where am I at?
Yeah,
Wow.
shameless plug. Go.
Well, I already put in the links in there. My channel is The Great Council, like it says right there on YouTube. I also have a Twitch channel, Darth Daddy Lunga, that I'm trying to get off the ground as well. So please follow me there. And if you're a fan of fantasy novels, my novel Souls of Magic's Dawn is available on Amazon in paperback, hardcover. And
I want to get you and Stanley Thornton in here and just have
Stanley's
like
been in the chat a bunch of times.
Well, Stanley has a
when I'm
book
not-
as well, so I
Right.
want to maybe like I want you two to discuss your journey. He Walks with Dragons is also on Amazon. Stanley actually funded Nerd Report practically.
I need to start reading his books because I bought one of them, and I told
Yeah,
him I
and
was going
Irish
to read it and do a
has
review
read-
on it.
Irish has read mine, so she can.
I've
You
read
got
yours
a
like 3
shameless
times.
plug, Chris?
I've
Yeah,
read your
well-
book like 3 times. Plus, I got the box finally.
Shameless
I
plug, Chris.
need, Lewis, first of all, take that link that I just popped in there if you can in the private
Let me
chat
see it.
yard, if you don't mind. If you
Yeah, I'll do it because Lewis is
but
is
shameless
late.
plug, we'll just do Popcorn Planet. as a
Speaking
shameless
of your book,
plug,
though,
and
Lunga, did you get that picture I sent to you on Discord of where I put it?
get a room, you two.
I was gonna
no,
say.
Get a room,
Ew,
you two.
ew.
Wow.
I don't want to
Wow.
hear. Okay.
Get a room,
Whoa,
you two. I was
whoa,
trying to do a shameless
whoa.
plug here.
Where'd you put it? I don't want to know.
Manga's
Oh,
blushing.
Shameless
Oh my
plug.
god!
Popcorn Planet. Every
No, if anybody's going to be blushing, it's me. I blush all the
Yeah,
time.
she
What
is.
the
I'm
hell?
too dark.
Let-
to
let's,
blush. That's
let
nothing.
Chris-
I'm just gonna leave. You know.
No, Chris.
Let you
shameless
two.
plug. Go.
Yeah, so Popcorn Planet Tuesday nights, Change Your Mind over on YouTube, and we go on to Twitch afterwards usually and have some fun with the party line. Last night, and then on Thursday nights it's Nerd Wars. Again, start on YouTube and move on over to Twitch after hour for the after party. We had like 10 to 12 people on there last night, just going
It's
at it.
crazy.
It was crazy. It was awesome. We were trying a new mode where we could if we could get 100 people on there if we really wanted to try. So that would be very, very crazy. But yeah, join us over there, have some fun. Then sometimes come check me out at Darth Pyron on Twitch. All one word, and we'll be doing stuff over there too, just like on Maggie's channel doing Adult Circle Time. We're going to try and connect everybody and create this great community. The Discord link should be in the chat now,
Yeah,
so you can
I
come
put
and
it in
join
there.
us. And we got lots of channels in there to talk about fun nerdy stuff.
Yep.
Rob?
I'm Maz Will Rock You on YouTube. You can go and look at videos I made when I was at middle and high school and cringe your heart out.
So a year ago. That was a year ago.
I'm 57, but thank you. I'm
57,
flattered.
get out
Oh
of
my
here.
god.
Wait, you're 57?
That's amazing. Thank you so much. It makes me feel young again. Adorable.
Hold up,
Anyway,
hold up.
so
Yeah,
Wait,
we're
wait,
still on
did-
57. You're 57. Get
She's
out.
57.
well, how old do I
You're
look?
foolish. You're
You
foolish.
you look about the same age as me in your 30s.
She's
I think 27.
I would say
you never ask a
maybe
lady
about
her age.
28, 29, but
Never ask a lady her age.
We're not
unless
asking
they're her
her
husband
age.
or Steven.
we're not.
They're not
I-
asking
I-
my age. They're telling me my age.
I-
we don't-
hold on,
we don't
hold on.
believe
First
that
of all,
she's 57.
hold on, Lewis. Put her on full screen.
Who?
This
Maggie,
bitch.
Hold on a second.
that bitch. Okay.
That bitch.
My honest guess is 36 in 2 months.
Fuck.
I'd say 31. Oh, she's gonna
Oh, look,
cry
she's going to
now.
cry. She's crying.
She's like, I'm not that old. She's like, I'm not
No,
that old.
I totally get it. I am 26, you guys.
Okay, see, I was going to say, I knew I
I
did.
guess
Um,
you're 27.
No, it's not your fault. It's I have like old lady vibes just coming
No,
out
you
every
don't.
orifice.
Soul. It's your soul, Maggie.
It's my soul. No, and this is
is.
true.
I've
And
been told
it's
that when I was younger.
Steven and I both have that. All the couples
Oh,
that we
yeah.
end up like bonding with are ones that are like either been married for 20 years already or on like their second marriage, and they're like, "Oh, you kids get it," and I'm like,
When
"Yeah,
you were
we're-
younger, were you better friends with your boyfriend's parents than you were your boyfriend sometimes?
What boyfriend?
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Do you know something
do
I don't?
look? How do I look?
Wow.
You're timeless.
You look about
You're
63,
timeless, buddy.
Lewis.
You're
63.
36.
30s.
36.
I'm
You're
only 26.
Gosh.
What about me?
Ah,
How old do I look, guys?
How old are you, Louis?
Rob's 29. Rob's 29.
Yeah, he's 20s as well.
Rob
No.
looks like he's 16.
No, Rob's 37.
No,
No, you're 40 now, aren't you?
I'm gonna be 40 this year.
Holy
guys.
Yeah, you're
shit, no,
40.
I
Andy's age.
suck.
You're younger.
Hey,
I
Rob,
suck.
shameless plug, real quick, man. Did I ask you?
Actually, I put some links. Look, if
That's
you
what
want
I'm
to put those in the
gonna
chat.
do.
You can follow me up on Twitch and Twitter at DOHB, as you can see. in
I
my
already
name.
put him up, Lewis. God damn
And
it.
then go follow. If you want to see some amazing Twitchers, go over to the Accessible Streamers. There are some guys that are playing video games with no hands, and it's
Oh, nice.
super incredible. I work with an incredible team of disabled gamers. I'm very passionate about accessibility in gaming, and also disabled representation in movies and TV. Some of my favorite TV shows as of late were Speechless on ABC that got canceled. I really wanted to write for that show, but it never happened. I have a great fan season that's kind of loosely mirrors Good Will Hunting, because what's her name from Good Will Hunting played the mom on that show.
Oh, cool.
Phenomenal. But yeah, that's a great show. And you have, oh gosh darn it, Atypical over on Netflix, which is
Yeah.
a really good show. It's a phenomenal show that's canceling after the 4th season. So I highly recommend going watching that. Go watch, everybody talks about Shia LaBeouf's movie Honey Boy, but a lot of people don't know he's in a really good movie called Peanut Butter Falcon.
Oh,
which
it's
is
a great
an
movie.
Amazing movie. I highly recommend going and watching that. Super good movie.
It's a feel-good movie.
And the people that put it out work with disabled adults, and they have like this whole crew. Crip Camp on Netflix, which is a great documentary about the people who basically helped create the Americas of Disabilities Act, and how they became friends when they were teenagers at a camp in upstate New York, which is a really good documentary. So if you want to know more about that kind of stuff, do it. But yeah, I'm going to be later today. I'm going to be streaming Minecraft Dungeons, which is in beta. So it's basically Minecraft meets Diablo and D&D. So if that interests you, give me a follow. And if you have that Twitch Prime, you can give me one of those as well, or save it for Andy's channel. But yeah, so that's it. Sorry, I took up 5 minutes.
Irish, what would you like to end the show with?
I'm a cockroach. I'm everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
Seriously,
but
all you got to do is look up Stories by Irish, and you will find me on Instagram, Twitch, wherever.
well, we appreciate you here. You've been supporting this channel for a while, so thank you very much.
Yeah,
I put myself in the private chat, so.
Yeah.
Lewis, Andy says hi.
Oh, she's,
What up,
she's
Andy?
everywhere too.
I actually,
I don't know if he's watching though.
Popcorn Planet's hosting this right now, so on
Damn,
Twitch.
Maggie
so
wrote
that's
a
great.
novel in private.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. That's what I said. She's everywhere too.
A lot of stuff. All right. Well, oh, it's too much for one message. Okay.
Split it
we'll have
up.
to
Split it
this.
up.
I'm too much. Hey, Darth, I'm too much for a lot of people. It's fine.
Oh wow.
Ew.
All right.
You ready?
Great show, guys.
Since I'm moderator and guest, I'll do it. Lewis needs to start.
Oh, hey,
paying
buddy.
Me. You need to start paying me, Lewis.
Oh,
Did I-
Start paying me, Lewis.
Darth Daddy, did I restore our best friendship by the end, or are we
Yes,
still on
yes.
the out?
No.
Oh,
We're-
okay,
we're-
cool.
we're-
Okay.
yes, we're still
what
cool.
I don't
happened?
want
You
us-
guys
I don't want us to have one of those things where like we get in a beef and then we both have to release diss tracks and it's a whole
No,
thing.
no,
He
no,
holds
no.
grudges. He holds grudges.
I hold long.
I've known
grudges.
him for years.
Maggie,
Yeah.
Rob, they're waiting for us in the mod chat in Discord, by the way.
Well,
Lewis,
okay.
I mean, me and Lewis used to be besties. Then he stole a torta from me, and then I never talked to him for about 8 years. And now we're
Single
friends again.
tier.
Yeah. there
Hey, so I'm gonna cut it off now. Man, I thought we were only gonna go for an hour, but this is great. Almost 2 hours. I didn't think anyone was gonna be in here. I want
Oh,
to
I
thank
have fun.
I'm always
Thank-
around, man.
Thanks everybody
Yeah.
for the support. Feel free to reach out, guys. The panel here, anytime I go live, you guys are always welcome. Same thing goes for the people in the chat. I think I'm gonna do this Monday again, maybe. I think. Yeah. I think.
It's
Let
a
me
good
know.
time.
Let me know.
Wake you up.
9
Definitely
a.m.
do it. I like it.
9 a.m. and
and
9 p.m. on at night. What's up, Lunga? Go for it.
pump your stuff too. Nerdreport.com. There's a lot of great articles on there. I also write articles for nerdreport.com as well.
Oh yeah.
So check
Oh,
us out.
cool.
And
If you want to watch Lunga's
Fandom Wired.
videos, you could go to nerdreport.com. He's writing an article, and then he's also adding the videos there.
And nuking the
Oh,
fridge,
wow.
the person you have over at nuking the fridge is
Nuke
on
the Fridge,
point. Nuke the fridge.
Yeah.
I went over there. The guy you have putting all your video game news. On
Chris.
point. So yeah, so give it up for that. So if you want to keep up with all the video game stuff and anything, nuke the fridge.
There you go.
That was absolutely terrifying.
Okay, you literally made me almost fall out of my chair.
He timed that purposely. Wait when Rob goes, nuke the fridge, bam!
Sorry, that last one was a mistake.
you know, Lewis, if you
Thank
click it
you,
again,
Maggie.
you can stop it,
Oh,
right?
Thank you,
like
Maggie. Gryffindor. Yes.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
a whole Gryffindor couch. This is my Gryffindor couch right here.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is my life.
All right, everyone. I will be back tonight at 9 p.m. LA time as usual. You can follow me at Nerdlecca. I'm gonna at Nerdlecca. I'm gonna do put up a poll. Adam's Family versus the Munsters. That's gonna go up in like 5 minutes after this. So make sure to go over there and
Do
place
it for
your vote.
Morticia, gentlemen.
Let's do it. All right. See you guys later. Thanks a lot.
I love